So the swap happened. I chose the number 1 coin, which meant that I got to be a team captain, which was not a position I really wanted to be in, but was kind of interesting because it gave me the opportunity to choose first, since I got the 1 coin. So I got to choose for the first 4 that came to our tribe at the very beginning of the game. So we're now all together, and I hope that's not like as noticed by the others as I think it is.
I was pretty happy to stay on the same tribe in the tribe swap, mostly just because of like the people I feel most secure with in this game are still on the same tribe as me.
So at tribal council, we were pretty locked on both Caitlin and Jonathan. We had the numbers on our tribe, so it just made sense. We have no personal connection to either of them, and our group didn't really sway either way. We both had, like, between our group, had arguments for either or. So we split the votes 2 and 2, and Caitlin ended up using her shot in the dark, and Jonathan pulled out an idol. Is it John? Jonathan? John. John pulled out an idol. So Caitlin ended up going home because her shot in the dark was not safe.
You guys pretty much made me play this. Like, I had to play it last time. I mean, I could have taken the calculated risk and not played it and had them then try and hope that they would vote it off Caitlin in a revote, but that's way too risky of a scenario.
At the last tribal, John put my name down after I selected him first. That was a little annoying, but
it was not like the 100% ideal outcome. We were hopefully gonna get John out of the game and keep Caitlin in. She seemed like she would be maybe like a more helpful person and maybe somebody that we could more easily work with down the line. But, you know, things happen, idols come out, and we get like our B target instead. So if we get to merge with John and Stephanie, I would definitely be open to working with them, like, especially if we get, like, a really good rapport over the next, you know, however many rounds. Like, I'm pretty open to, like, anything, really, as long as, like, people show themselves as, like, you know, good allies that I'd maybe be able to work with down the line. I would be willing to, like, work with whoever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if just going down the line with like the same people would necessarily work out for me. So I think I would have to be a little more flexible than that.
I'm gonna kind of go over here just so everyone's aware. Better. So I'm happy that I get to mix with some people on the other side of the game. I definitely question the longevity of some of my OG people. Fortunately, those people are not on my tribe. So, and I've got Andy, who will be a very easily trustable inside source. I said before, I trust Andy the most in this game. I really have so many signs that point towards that he views me as his number 1, so I know I can actually trust what he has to say. So having him on the other tribe, knowing that he's not going anywhere is like mwah.
And I was hoping to go with Mike, but he chose Jess, which I'm really disappointed with. And then we chose Matt. They really, you know, he has like a good energy about him.
More rice than you want? I'm good.
I think that should be in your belly.
Mary Ellen, do you need any of this?
No, I'm good.
Are you
Thank
sure?
you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna eat this.
Yes, please do.
You earned it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I think we did pretty good.
We did. Always feels good to like, well, always, I've never done this. I'm like, always feels good. But making a new tribe and like winning right off the bat,
right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Because going to tribal right after a new tribe
In the rain.
Yeah.
So right out the gate, we asked Matt who his preference was when coming over, because he was the first Miko tribe member that we picked.
and he kind of let us in just, and I don't know if he totally meant to do this, but I think I got some insight just with how he was saying that the last tribal council was really flustered and unexpected, and things are kind of a mess right now. The more I talked to him, it kind of seemed to dial down a little bit, but if I had to put money on one person flipping, I would probably say it's Matt. But he's kind of hard to read. I think people who are super, super social can seem like they're easier to read, but I think that sometimes it can hide it more.
The one with the colored hair, which is really cool. At first, I was scared of him, and after the way he reacted to kicking me in the stomach.
Oh, you're right. Don't hurt yourself. Oh. What happened?
The foot.
Are you okay?
I don't know how you did it.
You kicked him in the air? I need to laugh.
I know. After the way he reacted to kicking me in the stomach, I think I want to be friends.
And then he suggested Mary Ellen.
And she seems super chill. I love working with older people, as I feel like they're super underrated and everyone's so quick to discard them. But I honestly love working with them. I think that they're easier to work with because they're not as they don't react to emotions as much. Some of the younger players just really they're so emotionally forward. So very happy to have her on our team.
So we got 3 and 3, so that's going to be tough voting wise. So that will be interesting going forward, how to convince someone to come to the other side.
Me too. Because then,
And hopefully Stephanie gets something at.
that's what I'm thinking too. So I was like,
I don't think these 3 are going to crack.
I don't think so either.
We've got to decide if we're willing to go to rocks. We want to sacrifice Mary Ellen. I'd rather not. I don't know.
I feel pretty good. I know that Will and I have had some conversations about kind of sticking together, and Trish and I have also had conversations about sticking together, and those have been separate. So I'm hoping now that we actually have to, that's going to work out in my favor, being over here now. So
I don't know what his relationships are like with Delaney and Trisha, who are also on this new tribe. But if I know William, I feel like he picks them specifically because he thinks he has a good relationship with them and likely may be able to navigate their votes with him or for him.
They're 2 people from my original tribe that I really liked, and I definitely don't see any reason to flip on them.
So Delaney, we're in an alliance as well, and Will wasn't necessarily part of that in the beginning. And so I feel like I will stay with our tribe because I'm not sure how the other tribe feels about me, because during the last challenge, I kind of got a little physical, and I think some people don't really like when people play aggressively in that game. I don't have any hard feelings, and I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but it's just I want to win just as much as anybody else does, win for the team. And so that's just how I played, and hopefully they don't have hard feelings against me for that, but I can see why they might not think I'm why they might hold a grudge.
You guys sleep last night?
Some of us.
We had a snorer. That's not
Big
good.
snorer in our group.
But he's no longer at this camp.
Make it a little more.
actually, our snorers aren't here either.
I think it's pretty clear that one of the non-OG Azbans is going home from the other tribe. As far as which one, I don't have a clue. I don't even know if they have a clue right now. That's going to be wild. I'd be very shocked if an Azban goes there. And then Stephanie's going to join their tribe. Especially with Stephanie going over, they would be stupid to go down one of their own. So my prediction is that if we get past that challenge, then we're in a merge scenario. That was dramatic. Merge scenario. Thunder.
Yeah. So we know we're not merging next round because of that situation, but maybe merge after that round.
Yeah.
Maybe 11.
Yeah.
We'd even go to 10.
Maybe. that'd be.
I just want as many people to make the merge as possible,
Yeah.
right? You know?
And have like an even chance to just like
Right.
duke it out.
Right.
Yeah.
I want everyone to have the jury experience, you know,
I
get the
know,
most
I
of
want
the.
to
That's my
bad.
biggest
Yeah,
goal. I
yeah.
just want to be on jury so bad.
Yeah,
me
just to
too.
stay in the experience. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I just want to be here like as long as I can.
No, I want to
mostly.
win. Don't vote me out. I don't want to be here.
So true. Very that.
Yeah.
Alright, Miko is getting their first look at the new Azeban tribe. Caitlin voted out at the last tribal council. Miko, any initial reactions to Caitlin being the one voted out?
Hope she's doing good.
I don't think it's a surprise, right?
No.
Survive is a numbers game.
Right.
They got numbers over there, so makes sense.
Alright. Miko, I'll take back immunity.
Okay, so that was my worst nightmare, but I am a little drier than everybody else right now, so I consider that a small advantage.
Sorry.
So I know Caitlin's out, so my first look at the tribe has already happened.
Stephanie is going to be joining the Azeban tribe as the 6th member.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Hi.
How are you?
I'm Stephanie.
Nice to meet you.
I've been at exile.
We'll talk about that.
Oh. Okay. Stephanie, you can come get your bell. Alright, so this next challenge is for immunity and reward. It'll be tribal immunity and individual reward.
Oh.
So this challenge is called Discs Up. What's going to happen is you're going to stand in a circle with your tribe, 5 of you, which means both tribes are sitting out one person. 5 of you are going to stand in a circle, and you're going to hold these discs, and then between yourselves and your neighbors, you're going to hold the ball between the discs. Okay. Last pair standing wins immunity for their tribe and reward. So the last ball in the air wins immunity and reward for those 2 people.
Okay.
And the reward is a spaghetti dinner.
Oh, that's.
I was talking about that.
You know, I always made fun of when people would be like, "Oh my God, spaghetti!" But, oh my God, spaghetti!
All right, so I'll give you a minute to strategize and decide who will be sitting out.
This sucks. I don't want to ask anyways.
Survivors ready? Go! Anything drops, it counts. First ball dropped for Azeban. From John and Stephanie.
And if one drops, don't move, you know? One's gonna drop eventually, so just be prepared instead of shocked.
You got it, Glenn. You got it. That's right. That's right. Let me drop.
One ball dropped for Miko. Second and third ball dropped for Azeban, which puts Andy out of the challenge.
I'm going to focus on this side.
Okay.
Marilyn, you are a rock star right now. They dropped 2, right?
You guys got this.
I'm just gonna put a little more pressure on this.
We're not only fighting for immunity and your life in the game, but you're also fighting for a warm spaghetti dinner. Both pairs on Azeban are looking really steady.
Yeah, well, we need to drop one here. Which one? Mine? Yeah. Now? There.
Will and Justin drop theirs so that they can focus on the other.
But we're give it a little force. Yep. Ooh. Good work.
Mary Ellen's the last one in with 2 hands.
You're not sorry if I was watching you. There's that. gotta put this one. Okay, focus on that. Just focus on that. Focus on
All
that.
right, Mary Ellen and Justin have dropped for Miko.
Turn on. If you need to turn your body in to get a better angle, just go for it. Good.
Both tribes have 2 pairs left.
Good job.
2 opportunities for reward and immunity.
You got this. All right, they're down to 1. They're
Down to 1 pair left for Azeban.
Hold tight. You got this, team. Think of that pasta. Don't smile. Focus.
A little more pressure without too much.
Keep in mind as you start to readjust that your the underarm cannot touch the side of your body. And we just hit the 10-minute mark.
There you go.
Impressive, Val.
This one is hard.
I don't think that Jess has moved this entire challenge.
Got it. You got it.
And we just hit the 15-minute mark.
Go.
We just hit the 20-minute mark.
Can I tell you something while we're in here? Can anybody hear me? No. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I just feel like I trust you. Okay, so go.
Got it, ladies.
I just feel like I trust you when I've been watching you guys play. Justin knows you, right? He says you're good people.
Delaney and Mary Ellen are getting close. They're shaking.
You're not shaking. You got it. Hold tight.
And we hit the 25-minute mark.
Doing it. Get that pasta.
If you had to pick one, go.
Can we have production with that ball?
Can I move it? I'll move it.
Fine, just go with me. It's more.
One by your foot. How's that gone?
Really? That's not what we thought.
Do you want me to grab the disc between your feet, Delaney? Or you good? Don't move. You're good?
Yeah.
You didn't even know it was there?
No. Okay. Am I good? I can't tell. I can't believe I just told you. This has been 25 minutes. It's like I'm spilling my guts. I've literally had a scoop of rice. Just like 5 hours. Yeah. And then we made our race and they were like, okay, time to go. We're like, okay, just leave the race. So they got my portion. So the race. Guys, what the fuck? What'd you do? Well fucked up in the beginning. Really?
All 3 pairs split up in the crown.
Have you had much of a voice in this? Or is this gonna be like...
Wait, you're still playing for pasta.
All right, so Miko has won individual immunity, and now both pairs are competing for the reward
guys.
of a spaghetti
Good job,
dinner.
guys.
We deserve
Yes.
the win. I want to just have fun and see who gets the
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Good work. You too. You guys are awesome. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Mary Ellen, you beat those boys.
I'm so proud of us. This is awesome.
All right, we have just hit the 40-minute mark.
Good job, y'all.
Ready?
Just
Pressure,
put it down, huh?
pressure, and lower.
A lot of movement from Mariel and Delaney. Can they recover?
Good job, y'all.
All right, we've hit the 1 hour mark.
Good job, y'all.
Wow. And moving forward, you are no longer allowed to take any steps. So you cannot step to recover.
And just to clarify, there's no way all 4 of us can have spaghetti?
Worth asking.
Only one pair can win the reward.
I have a little proposition. You guys have made some very good recoveries, and we're getting tired, and we would love some spaghetti. So if you guys want to win, we will drop if you agree to share.
Yep. Yeah.
Slay.
All right. Delaney and Mariel win.
Does it hurt so bad?
Well, it went numb. It went
All right, Miko, come get your immunity. And then, Marielle and Delaney, you can come up here so we can talk about your reward. All right, so you can choose one person.
That's fine, he's going. You've been puking all day. You almost puked during that challenge, you're going.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Are you choosing Matt? Okay. Just making sure.
Can you imagine?
Like, no.
No, I refuse to go. No, Matt's going.
I know, that's the worst thing I've ever done.
What a deal that would have been.
And you can choose one more person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's nice. Oh.
It's their choice.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna add something. You can choose one person from either tribe.
Oh my god. Right, yeah.
Love you, Liza.
I don't have time to eat spaghetti, like we all need to talk.
Yeah.
I think they're just no.
This is so bizarre. This is so bizarre. Oh, alright, well, yeah.
Okay. That's the right call, y'all. Don't worry about it.
Awkward?
All right, so you 4 will head to reward, so you can grab your stuff, and then the rest of you are gonna go back to camp.
Sorry, guys.
Don't be sorry.
No, I'm sorry we don't have rice.
Oh,
That's the
you
part
can
that
be
I'm
sorry
really-
about that.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem.
Yeah. You see, okay, I feel almost worse for Stephanie with our no rice situation because she's got a slimmer body than me and needs to get the sustenance back in a lot quicker. I can rely off of this to keep me going for a little bit longer. We were crunching on dry rice back at our old camp, and we had coffee. We didn't even have anything like go with the coffee.
That is on us.
You guys are like a classic, like that's a classic storyline. That's like, oh, we ate all the rice.
And that's kind of why.
And then
like,
we switched to the tribe who
I
ate all the
immediately
rice.
watched it happen, and I'm
Well,
like,
you just like
he just dumped it.
discuss it or anything.
No.
You just who was in charge?
Will.
All right.
Okay.
I think you're the
Like
better
just
sparker.
dumped
Okay, and you're the better shaver.
2/3
We
of the
found a
bottle
rhythm.
right
There
into
we
the
go.
pot.
All right. Let me get a bunch of.
And then, like, that's so much.
Because my flint at home is just this flat.
I feel like other people are maybe going to struggle with that a lot faster and get a little more hangry than me. And when it puts a target on the back of people that, you know, the people that were the ones that like just kind of like went all for like going for all the rice right at the beginning. That's just another target on their back. I believe that was William. And I heard Mike being a little angry about that earlier. And, you know, I think for me, I don't think it's a bad thing. For the tribe, it's probably a bad thing.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm super hungry, and like, it's frustrating to watch Will win the challenge for spaghetti. Or no, I'm sorry, excuse me. Will not win the challenge for spaghetti and then get picked to join them for spaghetti when he was the one that cooked all of our rice within like 12 hours. And so we're left on a tribe with no rice. And he's, you know, got rice and he's got spaghetti and he's got all sorts of things. So I'm a little miffed about that.
Will seems like a strong personality.
I was just
right?
going to say, it seems,
Yes.
I see him wandering around a lot with like whenever we're doing like confessionals, I would see him around like. And we can't. And the fact that they had nothing dry put aside, that's I think what's the even more troubling thing right now, because they can't get a fire started without any sort of dry material. So they're struggling big time right now to make a fire.
Switch off. You still going? You still good?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I'm starting to like lose steam, but
Do you want to do some bunch of magnesium? I feel like that really.
you think
is like,
so? Yeah, that's like the big.
That gives us the.
Not too worried about the difficulty with starting the fire. I mean, I think as long as we keep persistent at it, we being not me because I don't know how to make fire, then I think it'll work out. And honestly, I'm fine either way. If it doesn't light up, I'll be a little less happy, but it's not going to be game breaking.
What do you guys think was
All right, I got a new
the
idea.
whole
food
debacle?
I have no idea.
Food debacle.
The
only thing that was it you that said that they had said Trish should go, but
that actually makes sense why people were hesitant, right? Like that.
But does Trish eat?
Like if, right, Trisha's keto, so she wouldn't even eat the spaghetti.
I cannot
or the
believe
bread.
she's maintaining her diet in the woods.
Yeah,
She didn't
we were
eat anything
we were trying to get her to eat some rice.
Wow.
She had a couple
I'll hold
strawberries
this
and we
with
had
some
fruit.
magnesium
And I
on
think
there.
did she take clementine? I think she did.
Yeah.
Because I would say most fruit isn't really keto friendly either. So
Right.
Right.
Strawberries
She couldn't
are.
have the
Strawberries
banana.
are.
I knew that. And she couldn't have the apple.
She couldn't have the apple. She couldn't have the banana.
Bro, that's crazy talk. That's literal crazy talk when we're playing Survivor, dude.
Yeah.
That was awesome, guys. We're gonna remember that long after this game.
Holy hell.
My arm's gonna remember that.
Tomorrow it's gonna be.
Definitely tomorrow. Right now, I still can't feel it.
It was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. So I'm pretty excited that we won. Delaney and I were the ones that were down to the wire, and after about an hour and 5 minutes, we asked Liza if we could share the reward. So my understanding was we would automatically share the reward with Matt and Will, which in turn wasn't the case necessarily. She wanted us to pick either 2 people from our tribe, or we could have picked one from the other tribe.
And so Matt comes up, and I'm thinking, it's like, it's whatever. That was the most important part. And then they're like, okay, you can pick one more. I'm like, oh, I get to eat. This is amazing. But they're not like, Will, come on down. They're just like, they just like look at each other and they start talking. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like freaking out inside. I'm like, why is there even a question here?
Mary Ellen was like, well, what about Trisha? And I think we both hesitated because we had previously made a promise to Trisha, but then in front of everybody during the challenge, we made a promise to both Matt and Will, and we had already brought on Matt.
So yeah, we had some hesitation, some confusion, and part of me did want to pick Justin, and I did throw his name out, but Delaney wasn't going for it. So we ended up picking Will. Again, it was only fair for Matt and Will to join in on the reward with us because they were our fierce competitor.
I'm ultimately happy that we went with Will, and I wish that we could have just said it as is and then apologized to Trisha afterwards and just kind of kept that between just us instead of almost showing everybody that we were wavering. So I hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt.
It was pretty awkward, but you know what? I'll use that awkwardness to my advantage and make it seem like we're not close, because once we finally got on that reward, the four of us are having spaghetti, and obviously there's some bonding happening. But what's really important is that I've got my closest ally with me, plus 2 new people that I'm really vibing with from the other tribe.
They weren't even paying attention. Truly, all the people were chatting and stuff. Good for us, you know? They didn't see how well we were communicating, how well you guys recovered. Like, they didn't see that.
Yeah, I also think sometimes eating though can give you a target because people they've gotten more sustenance and I don't know. You just always see
we
it.
have your backs, guys.
Yeah, same.
I think we worked really well together in our respective pairs today. I'd love to keep doing that in the future.
I
I do too. Yeah. And I think our new tribe has some great energy. I'd love to keep winning. But, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Delaney is like, okay, us 4, and we need to bring in Trish. That's a strong 5 right there. So like, she like low-key like threw Justin under the bus in that process, but like, I'm okay with it because that's a really strong 5 that I'm totally down for, and I got more friends on the other side. So I'm feeling pretty stoked about that conversation.
Oh, but this was so worth it.
Guys, I'm like... I would love to keep winning challenges so that Justin can get to merge, because with this last reward challenge, I really do think that I put a target on my back by showing that even despite literally puking all day, I can last for an hour in an endurance challenge. So like, God forbid I just eat spaghetti. Like, what the fuck is going on? But the spaghetti was really good and it was worth it because I have been like vomiting up bile today, which is the cutest way I could say that. Just because I've been bouncing around and not eating anything. And so the spaghetti was really good. I made sure not to eat too much so that it doesn't all come back up, because some food is better than no food. I'm trying not to like super eat and like hurt myself.
Right. Like, just make sure you chew it, you know?
Meaningful bites. I feel like today in general was a lot, but I think it was plot armor. I think that it's gonna make a lovely winter story for me. I already see it. I will be puking with the crown on and crying about it. I think that might be the spark notes of my win, but we have to get there first, and we definitely have to get to merge first, so I'm excited at the possibilities.
We have one less trial to go to, so I mean, it's looking good.
Maybe I'll have to.
I mean, even if we can make it a 3-3 split like that. If
we need one more, but
actually, hold on. Oh my gosh, we can pull off a move if we really want to.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. That's why we're here right now.
Oh no, we don't need 2. We need 1.
We only need 1?
If they split their vote like they've been doing, like they did last time.
They think I'm an idol. That's why they split their vote.
And if they split their vote and we get 1, it then becomes a 3-2-1 vote.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm a determined motherfucker, and I will never say die. That's why it's sucked to lose. Last 2 challenges. I mean, this challenge was a fucking wipeout, but I don't think there's any way I would have lasted an hour, 5 minutes, if not longer. We do what we can with what we got. And right now what I got is a shitstorm. So hopefully I can wipe away this shit and make it into merch.
So if we can get them to split, if they think that one of us has an idol, which they might,
they'll split because...
They'll split, and then that's a good thing.
Exactly.
All right, so then let's think out this math here, because I can't...
If they split the vote, then it becomes 2-2-2.
Unless we pull
one vote.
I'm going to work on Jess.
Mike seems to be definitely their leader. per se of the
Definitely.
group.
And I don't know if Jess loves that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Because I asked her if she felt like she was in a position of power, and she didn't really answer. So that makes me think that she could potentially want to pull off a move.
Exactly.
I feel good about Andy. I think Andy and I are locked. I think Dan feels really good with me. And I don't think either of them have a lock with Mike. So I think I have the majority with Dan and Andy, and I have my Pandora connection with Mike. So I think I do have the sway for all of them. It's definitely moving towards.
Okay. Did you tell anybody? No. Okay. I don't want them to know yet, because if you're going to go towards John, then I don't want anybody to know towards John.
They believe you have something.
Because I came from exile. I literally said that to Dan. I was like, Dan, what do I need to say to you? I just left exile. That's it. I was like, he was like, what do you mean? I said, like, that's it. I don't know. What do you mean? That's what I mean. I was talking to John a minute ago. He's like, we have a 3-headed dragon over at that camp. It's John, Matt, and Will, right?
Yeah.
That's they're gonna dominate us.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Will's already starting to cause chaos. I think people are gonna know that Will is not the one to move forward with, because he's already started getting.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, if he looked pretty bonded with Matt today, if you're already got so strong with Matt,
Mhm.
he's gonna be on there with.
I'm not gonna write your name down. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Whose name should I write down? Because each of them are gonna try and make a connection with me. But I'm the strongest with you. We held our shit together for a half hour. So really? Okay. I feel bad. He's a teacher and feeling kind of bonded and stuff. But I can tell he's playing the game. Okay.
And I think you'll see it when you talk to him.
She's been nothing but nice, nothing but bubbly and cracking jokes and being helpful. I mean, nothing's impossible. I might flip on the original grades.
Yeah, I don't know. I think probably Mike. I think. Yeah.
So that's not the first time I heard that name. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anymore because I don't want you to go throw me right under the bus when I'm already laying under it. You know what I mean?
I get
so,
that.
I just want to solidify that in your head that that's not the first time that needs to go up.
Okay.
And not for me or John. But if I played something like an idol, okay, and John played his shot in the dark, then, and he gets it. I mean, it's a 1 in whatever chance, but, and he gets it. And I write one name down.
Yep.
Who should it be?
I mean, I'm gonna let you do that. I know. I can't. I'm not throwing. There's nobody on.
You don't want to
I'm
hear
not
anybody.
throwing anybody on the bus. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay. I can't even breathe, dude. This is why I'm playing this game now. I just have to stop and reflect and be like, it's just a game. It's just a game. It's just a game. You start to lose your head out here.
Really hard. She was like, who do you think is the top of the social hierarchy? I don't know.
Yeah, she's playing hard. How did you talk about
Same.
Do you have an idol? We looked at each other when you had the idol. You don't have to say anything, but we nodded at each other. Do you remember this?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. The first. Yeah,
The very first. Okay.
Yeah.
So, does anybody know about your idol?
Oh yes.
Oh, really?
They knew about that. Yes.
I confronted him about his idol, but apparently he told everybody, so I had nothing. I had no swing on that one. The only thing we can
I
go
don't understand
for
why
is...
nobody wants to try and flush it. But if we can take Andy out with an idol in his pocket, that'd be fucking amazing.
She did say that she saw me get the idol.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if the other tribe did, because nobody's mentioned it from that side.
So she's gonna tell John that you.
Oh, for sure. Well, I think she told everyone.
Not the whole tribe.
I'm just assuming everybody in the game saw you do it.
Yeah, it was not my sneakiest.
So obviously, I think in terms of strategy, I'm a bigger target because look at the way I just fucking pulled all of them one-on-one. Like there was no shame in my game. So, I think if they want to get rid of someone like a strategic social threat, that would be me. If they want to get rid of a puzzle threat, which is, advantageous, it would be John.
I guess what's your, I get pitched over John, right? Like that's kind of where that is.
My pitch over John right now, honest to God, I feel terrible saying this. All right, I'll say two things. It's so terrible. John, forgive me, I love you. One, he snores like a mother. Okay.
I had the same pitch.
No, yeah. You got the two biggest ones.
I
No. We're on Facebook right now. So.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
Okay, all right.
But that's nothing. Actually, in the scheme of things, that's just funny. Because we all do, and that's not yesterday when we just needed reasons, that was like my reason. But then again today when he fell and he hurt his leg. And so like we're heading into a challenge next. I don't know if you guys want to, I know he's a puzzle guy, but also remember that's a huge threat.
When it comes to my vote, I think we're still splitting the vote potentially. 2 votes on Stephanie, 2 votes on John. And if either of them play something or do something crazy, then the other one will potentially go home. Except if she got an extra vote. I would be so mad if she has an extra vote.
Yeah, that would fuck.
Like for that to tank my game because she didn't get picked.
Well, if she has an extra vote, all it's doing is tanking the split vote. We'd hopefully still be able to.
No, it would still be 2-2-3.
Well, wouldn't it be like
4-3?
4-3?
They're gonna put the extra vote on me.
Yeah, and then we just don't split the vote.
But how do we know not to split the vote?
Oh, that's true.
If she is open and honest and tells me that she's got it, that she's got something, or that she tells me what it is, yeah, I mean, if she's got the power right now, then I would rather be with the power. I know whatever happens, my name's gonna get written down. Like, I already know that.
Because of John?
Like, who else would you write down? You're gonna write me down.
Why do you think I'm gonna write you down?
Because John wrote me down before. And I was team captain.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna write your name down. So I don't want to write Jess's name down.
Yeah, no.
And so that leaves you and Dan, right?
No.
That leaves you and Dan realistically. And like, so me throwing
So you're not
out
writing
names,
John's name down?
No, I'm not gonna write John's name down. I think by talking to all of you guys.
So it's me or Dan? No, I get you.
I have no choice.
I hear what you're saying.
And it's not necessarily you, but if somebody else may have brought up your name to me on the path, then I don't know, I'm just saying, like...
So because nobody brought my name up...
Or did they? Who don't you trust?
Out of those 3?
Yeah.
The most?
Yeah.
At this point, would be Dan.
You do not trust Dan.
So, I will guarantee you, I have no interest in, like, staying OG lines. If I stick with OG and I, stick with them and then get, blindsided at merge because I trust the wrong people, that's frustrating. I would probably throw Dan under the bus if I were to throw anybody under the bus. If they perceive him as the low man on the totem pole and me as the big man on top, which I don't think I am. I think it's Will. But then she's either going to vote for me or Dan. So if I can get her to vote for somebody else besides me, that would be really helpful.
So it's like, what is the relationship you want moving forward?
Right.
And that's it. That's all, like, literally all I can say to you guys. And it's just out of nothing but respect for, like, us in the game. I just got the shit under the stick on this one.
If I vote Dan, you have something that would make it so that Dan goes. Like, they're making bonds over there. over there, like wherever they are. So like I don't know what's going on over there. So
I know.
I just as much need you going into that merge as I do anybody else.
Yeah, your old crew. I know.
You know?
I know. I guess I'm just gonna be straight up with you then. And I already told Jess, I got an idol of that exile. And so if I can get Mike to think that I'll work with him post-merge, I know he's after Justin, and I'm close with Justin, we'll vote Dan.
100%.
So I will work with you.
Yes.
Let's do it, man.
Like I'm serious. Like
let's do it.
I would
We
be
have no choice.
completely
I have
with
no
you.
choice.
All right, Azeban, come on in. All right. How are we feeling about being at Tribal?
Well, it's very exciting to be here tonight.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Walking in through the torches was a little intimidating.
Yeah.
But really cool.
Yeah.
And would have rather watched the other tribe looking back on this doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not being here ourselves.
So based on last Tribal, there's 4 who are sticking together. So Stephanie and John, does that mean that you're on the block tonight?
100%. Easily. No.
I mean, we couldn't even try to pretend we didn't, so there was no even hiding the fact that John and I are just like, we're just sitting and waiting. We're just sitting ducks at this point, and we had a lot of conversations back at camp, one-on-one, in groups, lots of things going on, a lot of strategy happening, but at the end of the day, our fate is in their hands, and that's how the numbers work, period. So we're just waiting to see how it shakes out.
Dan, are you and the 4 making a plan or worried about idols or advantages?
I mean, you always have to be worried about idols and advantages. Like even when you think you're like at the safest from them, they just pop out of nowhere, and you just gotta plan around it as much as you can, and fingers crossed.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, Stephanie was on Exile. And, if you're a fan of the show, you know that potentially there's something fun that she could have found there. Did she? I don't know. But there's always that idea in the back of your head.
So Stephanie, what do you have to say about that thought?
I think that they are absolutely right to consider that. If you weren't thinking about that, then you don't know how to play this game. And I've been pretty straightforward for the most part, I think, with them. So it's just about what they, in their gut, feel is right to do tonight, because John and I are the only 2 Miko members here, and that's the way.
Exactly. We were pretty much told straight up that it's like, we have the numbers, sorry, you guys don't.
And then, so what's your plan?
If I could speak up, I don't remember it happening that way. I remember the 2 of them immediately going off on their own, and we were just kind of left to tend the fire. And then, so I didn't say that, nor did any of us say that it's the 4 of us, good luck. So I don't know where that came from.
Maybe you don't know where that came from.
Okay.
Do you?
But
I don't know. I'm just saying, why would John and I feel that so deeply in us? Whether or not it was said out loud or not said out loud, I think we all know it. Let's not lie at this point.
But don't say that we said it, though. I guess that's where I'm frustrated with that comment.
Okay. You didn't say it. You didn't say it.
Right.
Mike didn't say it. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
And we're clearly 4. They're clearly 2. We clearly took Caitlin out beforehand.
Yeah.
Seems like an obvious observation.
All right.
Good answer.
So it seems like the 2 former Miko members are gonna need someone to flip to make something work. Mike, is that something that you're concerned about from one of your 4?
Yes. I think that what I'm more concerned about, is what do they have up their sleeves? And what can I do to kind of prevent that?
Andy, you kind of had a big reaction to that answer.
They've got the way that these two have been acting. There's something afoot, right? We don't know what it is. Or maybe there's not something afoot, and they're just trying to freak us out. Which, they're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're definitely wary of something being played, some advantage, having some effect on what's about to happen here. And so we're just trying to do our best to figure out all the ways that we can stop all the different possible iterations of things that can come up.
So one thing that we've noticed is that the 4 gray members left are the 4 that walked up together on the first initial day. Is that your plan?
I don't think that's necessarily true. Dan was kind of the last to be chosen, and not saying that means anything or doesn't mean anything, but Dan is here because he was the last gray member left for me to keep my numbers the way I needed them.
And is that part of the reason that you're continuing to stick together and not flipping to the other side?
I don't know if it's about not flipping to the other side. I think it's about trying to make the connections that we all need to, merge is potentially coming up. Things are happening, moving forward. And if you don't have the right connections moving into this next stage of the game, then where are you? And so I think it's really about making the right connections and making the right choices of who we bring to that group.
Anything else?
Let's roll the dice.
Ready to vote?
Let's play.
Okay. Andy. Or let's vote. Andy, you're up first.
Oh, here we are again. Let's do routine. From Maine. I don't know, let's rifle through these now a little bit. Can't hurt anybody. I'm excited to see what you have up your sleeve. You know what? Good measure. This is an extra vote. And to guard against all possibilities, I don't know how likely I am to get to use this effectively later, so here we go. Let's see what happens.
I just gotta check for the item. My. John's next. Listen to me. Can I leave this here? And give it to John. It's pink. Doesn't matter. It's just gonna do it. It's not gonna tell me.
You've been advertising that you might have a rabbit in your hat to pull out, but let's just all see if that was smoke and mirrors.
Okay, I'll go tally the votes. All right, if anybody has an idol or an advantage, now would be the time to play it.
Well, Liza. I wanted to save this
for a little later, but I have to play this for myself tonight. All right, and this is an immunity idol, which means any votes cast for Stephanie will not count. First vote, Stephanie, does not count. Stephanie, does not count. Stephanie, does not count. Mike. John. That's 1 vote Mike, 1 vote John. John. That's 2 votes John, 1 vote Mike. And the 5th person to leave Surviving Maine Season 3 is John.
Good game, John.
Wicked good game. Wicked good game, dude.
Does it burn myself alive?
We had some talks happening tonight, huh? All right, John. The tribe has spoken. And you can head out that way.
Bye, John.
Watch out for that rope.
Yeah. I can trip on that. Puzzle was good.
All right. Have fun at camp tonight.
Yeah. Oh, we
You can
will.
head back to camp.
I really don't want to write John's name down, but it's either me or him tonight. And if I want any chance of making it past the merge with these low numbers, I have to do it. I'm sorry, John. I love you, and I'm sorry I lied to you.
Finding some interesting things out of that too. So there's an extra vote played. So there's 7 votes in the urn. So, but that does mean that Stephanie voted for me. So, I mean, I'm sure she was. I don't know why she voted for me. I don't know if she was hedging her bets or just trying to get favor with everybody else going into tomorrow. But I gave it my all. I didn't quit. Damn. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, I had an absolute blast. They're in for a rude awakening when the 3-headed dragon, as I was calling them, is gonna come back to bite them all tomorrow. So,
Who's that?
oh, they've got the 3 beasts of Maddie, Justin, and Will all sitting over on the other side, bonding together. The 3 of them are all gonna work tight together. I can just see it right now. So,
I think you're a great player, a great person. If I go home, I'm rooting for you, buddy.
oh no, I mean, I had a hell of a start of the game, proved my worth. I played an idol correctly. I mean, there's almost nothing more I can really do. I mean, I got swap fucked. I just didn't bring the condom to protect me. So.